So some of the people, they make major sins, they will not be kuffar unless he makes the sin to be what? Halal. So he said fornication is halal. He doesn't need to fornicate to become kafir. Do you understand that? Person said alcohol halal. He could be not alcoholic. He doesn't even drink whatsoever. But his saying like this, it will take him outside the fold of Islam. Because he made it halal. But the person who drinks and he's a Muslim, he doesn't say it's halal. He's weak. He's drinking because he's addicted. His iman is not that full. But it can't be kafir. Remember that person? Used to call him himar, donkey. Huh? Companion. Used to get what? Drunk. When they come to the Prophet of Allah, they beat him up. He's drunk. They beat him up. But one companion, he said, Akhzak Allah. That means, may Allah put you in hell. Disgrace to you. Prophet said, no. Don't be helpers to Iblis, the shaitan, against your brother. For verily he loves Allah and His Messenger. A drunkard who loves Allah and His Messenger. Wallah, it is true. Al-Walid ibn Uqba ibn al-Mu'ayyid. At the time of Uthman, he led the companions. The time of the reign of the Khilafah of Uthman, he led the companions and he was drunk. He got drunk. This shows some weakness. And he led them in Fajr instead of 2, he made them what? 4. Allahu Akbar, they follow him because he doesn't know how many rak'ah. After he finished, shall I give you extra 2? That's it. And that's when Uthman heard about him, he lashed him. For the what? For being drunk. But a person being drunk, he's a kafir. It's not correct. That's not a correct equation. Today, I mentioned the story of mine when I've seen the person who's outside there. Remember the masjid, he was drunk and he came to the masjid and I saw him. I was passing by a pub that's in Manchester. The masjid is next to the pub. And I passed and I saw a person with my eyes. I know this person. His name is Abdullah. I know him. From such an ex-ZY country. Allah al-Musta'an. I couldn't really look properly, but I know. So I went to the masjid, Maghrib prayer, I remember it, and there he was. There he was. So I thought, maybe I'm wrong. I said, Abdullah, didn't I see you there? He said, yes, so what? I'm drinking haram, but I want to pray. Do you want to prevent me praying? So no, mashallah, you're muwahid. You are muwahid, min muwahideen. Mashallah, I can't prevent you. You could pray. So what do we say? Maybe his prayer will stop him from drinking. He acknowledges that he's doing haram. But I want to come to pray. If you prayed drunk, your prayer will not be accepted unless you know what you're doing. It's not every person drunk is the ultimate drunkenness. Someone drunk, they know what you're talking about. But if you're drunk so much that you don't know what you're talking about, your prayer is invalid. But drunkenness does not invalidate your wudu. Okay? For 40 years. The hadith, Prophet ﷺ, he said that he who drank alcohol, his prayer will not be accepted for 40 days. We will take it as it is, but it doesn't mean that he has to repeat the prayer. It's not like somebody invalidated his wudu and makes another prayer. That means even your prayer, just like a person who had gone to a soothsayer, Allah will not accept his prayer for 40 days. If he just asked, he didn't really believe the person, he just sat down there. 40 days will not be accepted. So we'll leave it as it is because there's a deterrence. But we do not say to the person, okay, you have to pray another 40 days because you're 40. No. Or, well, don't pray because these 40 days are not going to be accepted. No, he has to pray. And as a punishment, his prayer will not be accepted. But it's not to be invalid. You are doing a prayer now, which is not drunk. Do you guarantee that it's accepted? Do you? Nobody can guarantee. Your prayer is valid, wudu-wise, but nobody knows. And even you're not a drunk, you're not giving to the soothsayer. So you're asking Allah to accept your ibadah. And that's what Ibn Qayyim used to say, oh Lord, I just beg you to accept the ibadah from me. One ibadah, one prayer. Because we don't know if it's been accepted or not. It's been thrown away, unaccepted. But remember, Allah will deal with you with justice.